and gave them some girl time. We'll start. These are some nice ferns, typical of these forests, but you can watch our other live from just like 10 minutes ago to see like this beautiful forest trail. Colors. This. We're going to show you guys the top of the actual waterfall today as we do some more reflections on what's going up on with the Asian woman soul adventures. The Asian woman with the old adventures is with the white woman with a lot of old adventures over there. That's my mother, by the way. I'm not just knocking on woman there. So we're headed back towards my mom's car. And this is in Onondaga County Park. It's around 10 miles, 15 kilometers south of Syracuse, New York. South of where the famous university with the Syracuse Orange is. Go Orange. I went to ESF next door. That's like Go Green, but they're called the Mighty Oaks, actually. But I had many friends and connections, just like with clubs and organizations. I would this building in our other life too. So in our last life, honey, we talked about like why we couldn't go live from Niagara Falls, and we're not going to beat a dead horse out of it. Basically, you can't go live from a border in Canada. Yeah, but that's So we're gonna do the next best thing. We're gonna go live from a waterfall that's like probably like 70 miles from the nearest part of the Canadian border, which is in the middle of Lake Ontario. So that's not going to be a problem. You do lose the signal here. So, this very common landscape of the Finger Lakes, central New York, all the way out to where I was like, kid in Cooperstown, the Brown House. Yeah, which we've done. Actually, that reminds me, we have a lot of videos we're sitting on, including from Cooperstown, but we haven't posted it because we're busy nursing tech and special ed teacher. So that's why Chester has kind of taken over the theme of our blog, like a cat playing and all his annoying. Sochmed is crazy side hustle of ours. She also has another platform, which I'm not gonna, we focus on YouTube here on YouTube, but it's. Oh, hi, Jayla. So we're trying to figure out what to do with this channel, and okay, well, let's show the waterfall and how it's set up. All right, nice reflective pond. Yeah, nice bathrooms here. The parking's over there, but hi, good afternoon, MD Mayuna. I'm sorry if I'm getting the names wrong, but I'm just acknowledging our commenters. I appreciate everything. This is a little fishing pond too. In fact, there's fish nibbling there. Look at that reflection of the orange leaves. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Jayla. Places and like the back roads and back corners of the northeastern United States. We live in Maryland, more towards like the East Coast, like kind of not south, not north. Maryland is but now it's very northeastern, culturally, politically. I'm not going to really. I don't want to get into that stuff. This is a travel channel and also a cat channel. To show off, I know. Okay, so this is the Asian Woman's Old Adventures. It was my wife's channel, but I've kind of taken it over while she's migrated to another platform. But it's still she's still my beloved travel partner, and this is her channel as well. And so since this is just really a side gig for us, we were starting with a bunch of, that's the history of Pratts Falls. There was actually a sawmill here, this oldest sawmill in the county, which is interesting because this is north that way in Syracuse in the northern suburbs. And the eastern western suburbs, it's kind of like south of the city. It just becomes hilly and farms and beautiful. It is you don't want to drop your phone over this fence because you're never getting it back. But you can there's someone down there now. You can take your like stairs down there, but I don't know if Mom's going to be up for that. But there's the falls. Yeah. Thank you, Jayla, for the inspiration. Yeah, I understand. So there's the falls. I'm glad you stayed for long enough to see them. And so while I have this spot to myself, I'm just going to kind of reflect. So this is still going to be a cat, like funny cat video blog with Chester playing with his ridiculous toys. Right now we have a Halloween special kind of zombie series going on, but since we're traveling, he has a friend checking on him. He's alone for 3 weeks. Oh no, 3 days, not 3 weeks. I could never get 3 weeks off of school in October, but like we're back to the travel side of the blog, and I realized that here. In fact, I'm just gonna talk about that with Lisa when I find her. But there's the waterfall, and that's the gore. Like, there's a city nearby called Ithaca, and the slogan is "Ithaca is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous." Like, it's a play on words, but this is just a small gorge. And the funny thing is, if you go to the north side of this county, the north suburbs of Syracuse, and even the north side of the city of Syracuse, Chester, that sense geographically, it's flat, and like there's a lot of like wetlands, and well, Oneida Lake's a big lake, but it's not one of the Great Lakes. There's Lake Ontario, though, if you go like 50 miles, 80 kilometers like north. But oh, so the sawmill is no longer here, but I'm just noticing this. This is an actual saw. And oh, this is the actual saw blade used to cut the wood, that the water would turn the wheel. It would turn the wheel and make the saw would go up and down from the waterfall, or the water. Here, actually, it's better I show what's happening with it. So that was like stored, and that probably fed the miller with like fish too. Like, there's probably some nice like fat smallmouth bass in there too. Or largemouth bass, probably both kinds. Great bass fishing upstate New York, by the way, western New York, Great Lakes. And so it's going, so the mill probably was here, and you had the wheel, the mill was sitting here with the wheel, and the water was running fast, and the gravity sending in, and then it was cutting. Hi, thank you, thank you, Amir Asim, and thank you, Herbert Taylor, saying hi. Yep. Good evening, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. So I love this like live feature on YouTube where you can say hi to people from all over the world and kind of show off your little corner of wherever you're at. But we're around like as the crow flies, as the bird flies, like 200 miles, 350, like, because you have to drive through the Appalachian Mountains. It's windy highway. It's all expressway, but it's windy, and it ends up being like 300 miles, 500 kilometers driving. So, okay, I'm going to cut. This is a beautiful forest. I'm going to cut through. I know my mom and my wife trying to keep other people who are just enjoying this park on a Saturday out of it. Hello, GG Gaming. Thanks for watching. Thanks everyone for watching. So these are pines. These trees like don't lose their leaves in the winter, but they're mixed in with leaves that are coloring and falling. And before we go, we might get another view of the falls over here. That's the trail over there. I'll kind of loop back to the bathroom. But you can really hear, you can see it from here too, behind those orange leaves. Yeah, this would be a great place to see it in the winter, guys. Go like central New York. Okay, let's go find the girls. So there they are. Yeah, and that's where you can take stairs down to the bottom of the falls and see it from the bottom under that little, like, it almost reminds me of like one of the, it almost reminds me of like one of those like arches, like at the entrances to temples and stuff in Asia. Okay. I think you still got one shoulder here, and okay, well, I might have to use the facilities too, guys, but I'm glad we found that other view of the falls. So since this is still like really my wife's channel, I'm just kind of, she's outsourced the management to me and the narration, content creation to me. Oh, wait a minute, it's still your channel. It's just you've outsourced the narration, the content, like, management to me, like, because you have your other platform. But so I want to kick around an idea, kind of reflect. What if we do like long? Because we don't have time to make full travel vlogs because we're busy with our jobs. That's why it's always Chester. Yeah, but this live is great too. In fact, look, we love all the comments, people from all over the world like seeing these little hidden parts of like northeastern America. And we'll be going further afield. We're going to Florida later this year, and then back to Asia. But let's bye for now. Yeah, we gotta. Yeah, Mom probably wants to go do something else now. Thanks for watching. Like, thank you, Two Shoulders at the end. Spent a good 12 minutes, and we have another from the forest side of this park. We have another end of the old cabin, so check out our other live from here. We have a short coming soon. Bye.